In 1971, three college friends pooled together $31 to start a coffee bean shop. Today, that humble store has transformed into a $31 billion global empire. But behind the green siren logo and the familiar smell of roasted coffee lies a shocking truth that almost destroyed everything. This is the untold story of how Starbucks founder Howard Schultz turned a desperate moment of near bankruptcy into a controversial business practice that would change the coffee industry forever. The year was 1981. The average cup of coffee cost just 53 cents, and most Americans were drinking cheap, instant coffee at home. Enter Howard Schultz, a sales representative who stumbled upon a small coffee bean shop in Seattle called Starbucks. Enchanted by their premium coffee and European cafe culture, Schultz joined the company with dreams of expansion, but his vision clashed with the original owners, who wanted to keep things small and simple. In 1987, Schultz took a massive gamble. He convinced investors to help him buy Starbucks for $3.8 million. But what those investors didn't know was that Schultz was almost broke, living on credit cards and about to make a decision that would either save or destroy the company. Schultz's radical plan? To transform Starbucks from a coffee bean retailer into a cafe chain. But here where things get controversial. To fund his aggressive expansion, Schultz pioneered a strategy that critics would later call the cannibalism effect. He would intentionally place Starbucks stores so close together that they would steal customers from each other. By 1995, this strategy had led to something unprecedented in retail history. In Seattle, there were areas where you could stand at one Starbucks and literally see another Starbucks across the street. Customers were confused. Shareholders were worried, and competition called it corporate suicide. But Schultz had discovered something shocking. When a new Starbucks opened near an existing location, sales at the old store would decline for a few weeks but then return to normal. Meanwhile, the new store would create its own customer base. The result? Double the revenue from the same area. This controversial strategy became known as cluster bombing in the retail industry. By 2007, Starbucks had grown from a single Seattle store to over 15,000 locations worldwide. Howard Schultz had turned his $31 investment into a personal net worth of over $3 billion.